property, and it's a busy day. We're doing soil testing. Hello everyone, good morning. We're here at the property and we're wrapping up the soil testing. So we had a company come in and check the soil over the entire property. It's important for the health department to get our permits, but as well to see where rocks are, where we can't dig, where we can't build, where there's a lot of the water table is pretty high. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going on a tour today on the property itself, the exterior, and where our farmlands will be and stuff like that. So just wrapping it up, they put the excavator on the trailer and they're leaving, but they've been here for the last 3.5 hours. So let's go. So this is fenced in here. This is where cows are grazing, so this is part of the property that hasn't been developed at all. It's more like farmland, and as you can see all the way to the tree line over here is where our property is. So working with the septic people to see where the best place for septic fields will be, because adding more people on property requires bigger septic fields. So it's a long work. It's been going on for a few months now before we can even hit ground on future business, basically, and development, because we need to know where and what can be built. So So one of our septic fields is over here. You can see the septic tank right there. We have 4 septic fields on property. So one large one and then 3 smaller. This is one of the smaller ones. This is a septic tank, and then the field goes all the way to the right here. And as you all remember, we have our beautiful spring with an overflow. So this spring ends up in our little creek here, and the creek ends up in Meadowbrook Creek as well. It's a creek in our county, and then that creek ends up in the Shenandoah River. So we're gonna follow the creek along our fields now, because it's some really nice areas where I would love for people to relax and enjoy some personal time while enjoying the peace of the water flowing. So Bull on Premises, one of our neighbor farmers has some cattle that uses our land to graze, and it's of course designed to keep people out as well, but exciting. This is kind of the entrance to our fields, and a lot of my vision as a chef is really to have nature do its work here. like vegetable gardens, wildflowers, cutting flowers as well. Maybe a cookout here and there. So let's go. This is a beautiful field, the field you will see in a second. It's so peaceful. It's surrounded by trees, all kinds of trees. When the grasses are high in the spring, it's summer, it's really nice. It's like a meadow. So I really want to keep this area as a Zen area for our guests with some walking trails, and don't really want to touch anything on this area. So of course adding some benches and maybe a hammock here and there, but really nice field. So So first I was thinking to have our veggie gardens here, but this is actually a floodplain, meaning like if the creek, there's a lot of rain and the creek is overflowing, that's where the water will sit. So it's not ideal for vegetables, of course. I honestly don't think it happens often, maybe once every 15 years or something, but you know, we can't build structures on floodplains either. So yeah, on this side we are thinking a little bit more up the hill. This is where the manor house is, to create walking trails towards the manor house so people can take a shortcut to the farm, and eventually build a kind of agriculture structure or something like that we can use for corporate retreats or a creative loft, the artisan residence loft or something like that, really nestled in the little trees here and stuff like that. It's just very peaceful here. Every time I'm on this property, I'm wowed. Our landscape designer even said like he wouldn't do much here. It is already so beautiful and peaceful. So just making it nice for people to stroll around and be away from everything. So and this is our spring water that merged with the little creek on property. It's absolutely clear water, and you can see all the greens here. We have watercress, fresh watercress growing in large quantities basically. So beautiful. You know, use the fence sometimes to leave the cows in our fields, but this is just magical, like the sound of the water. It's all about the small things in life. Look at the diamonds and the water. So the vegetable gardens, we are going to design them on that side of the water. We own the land there too, and it will. This kind of the point, the end of the property, so it's going to go all the way up to the front. It's out of floodplain, but as well easier access to create like some parking for guests to come to the farmers market for equipment, machinery. Very excited about that part because I really want to be a true farm to table, garden to table restaurant and chef. I would love to invite chefs from the area, DC, Richmond, East Coast, and actually come and do some outdoor cooking with me at the garden. Where we're looking into creating a chef's corner here to really have some fun together and hopefully give the message to other people that growing your own vegetables is key these days. With all the processed food coming through this country, I want to be part of the change and the education for the children as well. So, and as you can see, this land has been worked for many, many, many years. You can still see some farm equipment that we found back here. And actually, if you're seeing the next picture, the tree is growing through the wheels. So this tree has been here for a while, so I'm sure it has been sitting here for a while either. So, a lot of history on this property. I'm super excited to bring it back to life. As you can see, this tree is growing through this wheel. So then we have the forest as well. Lots of trees and undergrowth at the moment, so definitely going to clean up that area so people can actually walk. But there's so much free space here, space that we can, use as relaxation, yoga. Where, as you can see right behind me, we are at the pond. So you can, over there you can see the water starts here. There's a lot of fields here behind it that if we could clear it, we could do some, events and having a fire pit here and there. So I love to be a wellness place too. So I'm having a outdoor parkour in my mind currently that we could build for people. Instead of going to the gym, they go outside and pull themselves up through some wooden structures, jumping over wooden structures and stuff. It could be probably over a mile, 2 miles long if we do it well. It's sustainable too. There's a lot of dead trees that we're having on property. If we could use the wood for this, but as well to use it on the property itself for renovations, that would be great. So please, if you like this content, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me. We're at 250 subscribers over the last month. I would like to go to 1,000 by next month. So yeah, this is I really enjoy doing this as well, and I see this as well as a documenting the past, how it looked like before, but as well showing the future and showing the vision. And then when we're actually open, we will do another total tour on the property to show you all. So